Hello, friends, and welcome to Immigration Live with Lee. I am your host, Attorney Lee Marvin. Um, I'm joining you from my studio in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Eastern Time Zone, which is why it's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Detroit time. And I'm here to answer immigration-related questions, to talk about anything immigration-related. So you pick at the topics, you pick the questions, you put them in the comments section of your favorite social media outlet. We've got YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. So put your comments in the comments section and I will get to them as I see them. So as soon as you have questions, just post them. And please tell me where you're joining me from tonight, okay? Okay, we've got first Mr. Caddy, which I believe is Mr. M, Mr. Grinch, our good friend Mark from Nashville. Good evening. We will be back in CR next week. So I'm glad to hear that. Thank you yet again for joining us. I look forward to seeing you, Mr. Caddy, Mr. M, Mr. Grinch. Thank you very much for joining us yet again, and I hope your travels are good. And next week, you're going to be joining us back, okay? So we've got a question from our friend Frank. Frank, where are you from? If you could put in here where you're from. It says you've got a question. So if you got a question, just ask it, okay? Oh, there you go. Okay, Frank is asking the question here. So Frank says, my mom became a citizen when I was 16. I assume I automatically became a citizen. Don't assume that, but I don't have a certificate or anything. What is the process to get a certificate of citizenship? That's a very good question, Frank. It's a very commonly misunderstood process. If you were under the age of 18 at the time that your mother became a U.S. citizen, you very well can obtain derivative citizenship, but there's things you got to do first. You're on my YouTube channel, so do a search on my YouTube channel for that question, derivative citizenship, because I do a video where I talk about it. In short, you first have to be a legal permanent resident, and then if you show all the things that you have to show, you can prove that you are a U.S. citizen based on that derivative relationship with your mother, okay? It's not automatic. It's absolutely not automatic. You have to jump through the hoops. You've got to file the right application and all the things to show that, okay? So check out that video on my YouTube channel. If you have questions beyond that, let me put something here so you can schedule a time to talk to me. So that you're not twisting in the wind with this stuff, okay? And let's see, here we go. Let me copy and paste this. So if that video that you're looking at on my YouTube channel doesn't satisfy your needs, click that link and book a time to talk to me directly. I'm going to put it here on Instagram as well. And in one moment, Instagram family, I'm going to be to you in just a moment, okay? So let me just see. Lots of people asking questions. Lots going on in the world, as you all already know, which is probably why you tune into this, to find out which things relate to you and your family and what sorts of processes you need to be concerned about. We talk about all that stuff here, okay? So let me go real quick. Let's see. So Frank, hopefully that answered your question. If not, I pointed you in the right direction to get more answers, okay? I've got, okay, this coming from Adriana Avila. How long do you have to wait to file for residency when you have a work permit? Well, that's kind of a trick question, Adriana, because how did you get a work permit, okay? Having a work permit means virtually nothing for immigration, okay? It just means that you have the right to work. The big question is how you got that work permit, okay? So there's a number of ways to get a work permit. Everything depends on how you qualify for that work permit. based on your question, I'm assuming you didn't get that work permit based on an application or a petition for a green card request or a residency, because you're asking how long do you have to wait to file for residency. So it depends on your process. Again, this might be something that's more appropriate for a consultation. And that link that I put up there is how you do that. Again, you're on my YouTube channel. I appreciate it very much. You can peruse or look through my YouTube channel for different videos that might actually answer your question. Otherwise, you can click the link and you can book a time directly with me, okay? So I encourage you to do that, because this stuff is very, very touchy, and it's not always possible to get the exact answer the first time. You got to do a little bit of work, and the easiest way to do that is to just schedule a consultation with me. All right, let's see here. Okay, here's a question from Malik. My 601 application just got a request for evidence, okay, for the 693 and the 864. Is that good? We've been waiting for almost 2 years. Is it good? It's always good when you get some feedback from immigration. I mean, it's not always good, but it's good to know that they are moving forward with your case. A request for evidence, it depends on what they're asking for. These types of requests for evidence show me that you probably filed yourself, because these are things that you don't forget, right? If you're an attorney, if you're a professional immigration practitioner, those are not things you forget about. Those are things that people that do it themselves forget about, which means that there might be other issues that you have. So get an RFE means that they're still moving forward with your case, but it's by no means the end of your process, okay? So almost 2 years of waiting for 601 is not too weird. They usually take 2 years or more. So you're in the zone where you're going to be moving forward, and hopefully you satisfy them with a request for evidence so that you can get your interview and things like that. So it is a good thing, but there's a lot of things that can go sideways too, okay? If you need to book a time to talk to me, I'd be happy to talk to you about this, okay? And again, I posted the link above, so go ahead and check it out, okay? Okay, so we've got, okay. And Sean, thank you. Good afternoon to you too. Thank you for utilizing this platform to educate and inspire. Thank you. That's very nice. I don't know if anyone's ever complimented me for inspiring them, but I appreciate it very much. You know, I do what I can. I try to help a lot of people, as many people as I can. And we're usually pretty successful. So thank you for that. It encourages me to keep doing what I do. So thank you, Sean, for that. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay. And 1 second, okay, my phone's blowing up too. People asking questions all over the place. Sean, I'm coming back to yours here. In this era, what is the estimated timeline to receive a work permit for the U visa? So, Sean, big question is, if you've gotten a bona fide determination, if you don't know what that is, check out my YouTube channel, which you're already on. If you've gotten a bona fide determination from the government, it means that they're saying, hey, we're going to let you file early for your work permit, okay? And that's a very good thing. Usually that comes 1 to 2 years after you file for the U visa. It used to be 7 years, right? You used to not have the right to do anything with a U visa until you actually got the right to get a U visa to move forward and to do all the application processes. This bona fide determination is one of the very few things that Biden did that was very helpful from the get-go. The bona fide determination is what allows people to file for their work permit quicker, and that's 1 to 2 years instead of 7 years, okay? So if you have not gotten that bona fide determination, you either have to keep waiting for it, or I've had success with clients where I've helped them apply, even though they didn't have a bona fide determination. I kind of snuck through, and I was able to get them a work permit early, okay? So again, check above. I have a link where you can book a time to talk to me. I can help you with that. If you're sick of waiting for the government, we can try to file early and see if that works, okay? Let's see here. We've got, Okay, here we have. I went 30 for the F4 category. F4 is brothers and sisters of U.S. citizens. 13 years has passed, very common. Now that you're at the National Visa Center from Sri Lanka, how long to get an interview? Okay, so I'm not going to butcher your name. I'm just going to talk to you, okay, as though we know each other and I don't need to call you by name. So basically, if you're at the National Visa Center part of the process and you're jumping through their hoops, you're really close. You're within a month, I think, of typically of getting your interview scheduled. I don't know what the wait times are in Sri Lanka. It could be anywhere from a month to 6 to 8 months, okay? I suspect it's shorter than that. Sri Lanka is not traditionally of a really busy embassy, the U.S. Embassy in Sri Lanka. So I would guess that you're between 1 and 2 months from your actual interview being scheduled. So good luck to you. If you have questions, you can use the link to reach me directly, okay? Okay, okay, I want to try to get over to Instagram. There's lots of people on YouTube tonight, and I really appreciate it. I'll be with you again in YouTube, so stand by. I'm going to go over to Instagram. Tons of people on Instagram. Lots of people joining in tonight, and I very much appreciate that. Why do I appreciate it? Because it shows me that what I do helps you guys, okay? It also helps me because when you guys ask questions, it's easy for me to answer questions. Sometimes it's hard to create my own questions. So whatever it is, I appreciate your support and feedback, okay? So here we go. Okay, here's a question. I'm a green card plan to travel internationally. I was charged with a felony, not good, no bueno. That was dismissed, no conviction. Am I okay to travel? Okay, so this is Awuso. If you were charged with a felony, but it didn't stick, they didn't convict you, then you are safe to travel because unless you're convicted, you can't be punished by immigration just because somebody accused you of something, which is essentially what it is. If you were charged, it means you're accused. The government charged you with a felony based on whatever they thought you did wrong. And then as they looked into it, they said, okay, we made a mistake and we're going to drop the charges because they were not legit. So you don't have anything to worry unless you're actually convicted. If there are pending charges, that's different, okay? If they were dropped and that was in the past, then you don't have any problems. You don't have to worry. You can travel on your legal permanent residency, okay? So good luck to you. Okay. Next question is from Angela. How long approximately does it take an approval of an I-130 for a parent living in Venezuela? We don't have a U.S. embassy. Yep. The closest is in Bogota. Okay. So I'm guessing, so Angela, you are sponsoring one of your parents for the green card process. Are you a citizen or you're a legal permanent resident? That's the big question. And let's see here, you wrote more down below. For tourist visa interview in Bogota, it's more than a year. True. I'm worried for I-130 interview, it will take a lot of years. So again, Angela, the question is, are you a legal permanent resident or are you a U.S. citizen? Because there's huge differences between a U.S. citizen and a legal permanent resident as far as wait times for embassy in Colombia, okay? So if you can put that on there, I'll try to get to it. Otherwise, I'll pop back over to my YouTube channel for additional questions because there's a bunch here, okay? So let me see here. What do we have? Here's a question from Donna. Donna says, I am 100% permanently disabled veteran. Thank you for your service. And I want to sponsor my husband. They're demanding an income verification from the IRS, but I pay no taxes. How can I prove my income per year? Okay, so they're demanding income verification. Okay, so to move forward with a green card request for sponsorship, you have to show that you can financially sponsor the person you're sponsoring, okay? So if you don't have any income, that's a problem because they'll never approve it. Now, there's a couple things you could do. First of all, if you have disability income that meets the threshold, you just provide that information to immigration, showing them that you have a reliable source of income. It's not income the way they want it, but if you receive benefits through the military, it's still income, right? It's not, you don't work, but you still derive income, which is through your disability. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is by finding a co-sponsor. You probably already know about this because you're joining us from my YouTube channel. So you can check out some of my videos. And if you want to post in the chat how many videos I have now, I think well over 500. So take a look. And Donna, if you can't find the answer you're looking for, I'm posting the link to reach me directly again, if you wanted to do that, so I can help you and your husband, okay? I'm also very curious to know what branch of the military you're in, okay? Any branch, I'm grateful to you for. If it's the Army, it's a soft spot in my heart because I'm in the Army, right? So, all right, let me go on here. Okay, let me see here. Okay, here's this. Okay, from Stefan. It has been 9 months now since I filed for my travel document and 3 expedite requests that were denied. Will it be a problem for me? Okay, you've probably seen my videos in the past about expedited requests, right? Since day one, I've been telling people don't waste your time with them because the government doesn't really do them. You know that now, and I'm sorry 3 times it didn't work for you. So the point is, a travel document, 9 months is an awfully long time to wait for it. So hopefully with all your expedited requests, it hasn't actually caused the opposite effect, which is delay it because the government's like, holy cow, how many times are we going to get requests from this person? And you got to be very careful when you do these things, right? I'm very careful, but I know more about this than any of y'all, right? So judgment is key with these things. You can't just constantly berate or bother the government or ask, because guess what happens? Well, because they're humans, they say, you know what, this is ridiculous. We've gotten 3 or 4 of these requests. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to lose your file by mistake. The government does that stuff, right? So you never know, Stefan, if that's going to be a longer term problem or if it's just waiting 9 months for a travel document. It is a bit long, but it's probably because you've created a little bit of a conflict in all of your multiple requests. Okay, so good luck to you. If you need assistance, I put my link up there and you can book a time to talk to me directly. Otherwise, hopefully it pops out soon for you, okay? Okay, so, oh man, this is a timely question. I'm going to put this up. Does my fiance have to register as an illegal immigrant? Melinda, is your fiance in the country illegally, right? If your fiance is in visa overstay or just cross the border and is just here, just because they're your fiance doesn't mean anything, right? So if they don't have legal status, then the guidance from the government is, yes, you don't have legal status, you're going to be required to register as being an illegal immigrant. This is all very new. I don't know how this is going to pan out. I don't know. I know there's lawsuits already against the Trump administration for this. I don't know what's going to happen. But my answer to your question is yes. If your fiance is not legally under status, then she would have to register as an illegal immigrant. Okay. More guidance will come along the way. And watch my YouTube channel for videos, because as I get more information, I have time, because I don't always have time, I will do a video because this is going to be a very hot topic. So just stand by for that, okay? Let's see here. Lots of questions tonight. Love it, love it, love it. So stand by, and I apologize if it's taken me a while to get to you. But it's worth the wait, I say. Okay, so here's a question from Larry, our good friend Larry. I don't know where Larry is from. You're out of the Texas Service Center. Doesn't mean you're in Texas, but my case is being processed out of the Texas Service Center. I have an I-130 case filed since 2024 for my wife. Angola, still have not heard anything. What should I do next? So Angola, that's a good question. So 2024, Mike is. So Larry, if you're still on here, are you a U.S. citizen or are you a legal permanent resident? Okay, major difference between the two depending on wait times. So if you could post that and let me know, I could give you a little bit more guidance. Okay, but massive difference in wait times. I mean, what is massive? No wait time or 3 or more years for wait times. It really depends on your status. Okay, so let's see. So December of 23. Okay, this is more information from Larry. It's not the question that I was looking for, which is your status. It's taking me a while to get to these. I don't see the answer to that question. So Larry might not be with us anymore, but everything depends on your legal status in the United States, legal permanent resident or U.S. citizen. Okay, check out my YouTube channel. I've got lots of videos. You might be able to find something, or schedule a consultation to book a time to talk to me directly in real time. We can figure it out on the phone or on Zoom. Okay. Okay. What do we have here? Let's see. Okay. Question from Donna again. How do I prove my income to sponsor my spouse if I'm permanently disabled? Wait, did I answer that? I'm sorry, Donna. I already answered that. And I probably gave you a link to reach me directly because there might be more to the story. Okay. 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 And Melinda, this is a continuation of what you're asking before, and I see that you have a consultation this Wednesday in my office. Thank you for that. We can talk about that. But as of right now, the guidance again is that if somebody is in the United States illegally, the government is requiring you to register for that person who's no longer in status, it is required. Okay. We'll talk more on Wednesday about that. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, going down here. Okay. Donna, you're in the Air Force and the Army. So thank you kindly for your service. They're both great organizations, man. I can't say enough about them. It's troubled times, but thank God the military is here to back us. Okay. So Donna, again, if you need more, that link will reach you directly to me. Okay. But you're saying would sending them back to statements for 2024 work? I was told it wouldn't, but I don't know. Hey Donna, if you have the ability to send information to immigration, then do it. It always helps. You can't always send information, right? You usually have one shot for a request for evidence, and if you don't send everything during that one shot, there's not much you can do about it. Okay, so that's a tough call. Depends on when you got that. If you get another request for evidence or whatever, but definitely send it with the information if you can. Okay, so I'm getting comments from people that my connection might not be the best. According to my equipment, it's great. So please stand by if it's not the best, because again, I do post this video later. So if it's not a live connection, you can always see my video afterwards. Okay. So let me go here and see what kind of questions I have before we wrap it up. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. So Begotten, I know that you've joined us many times in the past, so thank you and welcome again. I got married in the US in Las Vegas, but it was only me and my wife. Well, that hurt my case. So, Begotten, are you saying that only you and your wife attended the ceremony? No, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because Vegas is different, man. Vegas does things all different. And legal marriages in Vegas is legal everywhere. Okay. the way they get around it is that if you don't have other family there, it doesn't matter. There's witnesses in Vegas, in your Vegas chapel, that vouches for the ceremony and makes it legal under Las Vegas law, which means you're legal everywhere. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, Begotten. Okay, so I'm looking at Larry responded and said that he is a U.S. citizen. Okay, that's good. You filed in 2023. I guess they're really slow in Angola. That is a bit of time. I mean, see, there's a big difference between wait times and processing times. Wait times are people that are in a different status and they don't have the ability to move forward right away. U.S. citizens don't have that problem. So you probably are experiencing a delay in the processing times, which probably directly relates to the U.S. Embassy in Angola. Okay, that's my guess. Still, 2023 to now, that is a bit of a long time. So I wonder if there's something more going on. If you've never gotten a request for evidence, that could be something that's coming your way. It's hard to say. It's weird times now, and politics is never done with us, unfortunately. Okay. Let's see here. Here's a question, again, from my YouTube channel. My 485 separate from the concurrent filing a USCIS account with my 765 2 months after applying. Does that mean anything? No, it doesn't. What it means, they often separate the 765 from the 485. As a matter of fact, they do it every time. It's just that usually things are done around the same time. You don't know that they're separated. They're not separated. What it just means is they're reviewing your green card, your work permit request independent from your green card. And that's a very good thing, right? Because otherwise it means that you have to wait and wait. So oftentimes you can get your work permit a lot quicker because it takes a lot longer to get your green card interview, okay? Let's see here. A couple more questions before we're going to close it down for tonight. We got a friend joining us from the Philippines. So RR Walks, thank you for joining us from the Philippines. Good morning there in the Philippines. So hopefully you have a wonderful day. So thank you for joining us. Okay, so we've got a question from Said. Said. Hello, sir. My father has filed for me a green card request for the F2B visa category. And my PD is 18th September 2020. So my question is, how long is my case going until it's going to be approved? You're from India. Let's see, 2020. Let me quick look. You're on my YouTube channel. You can look up all my videos where I talk about how to find the answer to that. Basically, you look up the visa bulletin, which I do every month. I recently did a visa bulletin video where I go through this and I explain to you what the wait time is for that. So check out that video. Since you're already on my YouTube channel, it'll be easy for you to do visa bulletin. Type that in the search and it'll pull up the most recent visa bulletin, which is for March of 2025. Okay. If you have more questions, I posted the link to reach me directly. You can always just talk directly to me. You don't have to go through all my videos, which are super helpful, but you can book a time to talk to me directly. Okay. So that's that. Let me go back to Instagram one last time before I call it a night. Okay. 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 So Angela, you say that you're a legal permanent resident, which means you do not have the right to sponsor your mother. Okay. Only U.S. citizens can sponsor their parents. And that's true for brothers and sisters. So if you're still a legal permanent resident, you cannot sponsor any family member other than a spouse or your children. You can't do parents, you can't do brother or sister. So I would encourage you to keep moving forward with your immigration process and file for naturalization as soon as you're able to do so. If you need help, reach out to me. And the link that I put above is how you can do that. At the bottom of your screen is the phone number, my web address. You can reach out to me. There's lots of ways to get my help, okay? Okay. This is a question I'm going to answer, the last question of the night. Well, Mom Modal, it doesn't matter. It's hard to pronounce only because I'm not used to seeing the name. But the question is, what can I do? I applied for the 601 waiver more than 2 years ago. What can you do? Nothing. But wait. The waivers take 2 years minimum, okay? So 2 or more years. And this is a 601 waiver, not the 601A. So 601 waivers, I think, are taking a little bit more time. So 2 years ago is pretty much par for the course, or normal is what I mean. So you cannot do anything but wait. You can go to my YouTube channel. You can check out my videos and see the processing times and check it out so you can look at yourself, look up the processing and wait times. And I teach you how to do that on my YouTube channel. So I will say that was the last question I'm going to have tonight. Please join me next Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for everyone who asked their questions, specifically Larry. Appreciate it, Larry, for you asking all the questions and being patient with those, providing more answers. Donna, thank you for your service. Appreciate it very much. If you need help with you and your husband, reach out to me. That goes for anyone on this call. If you need help, I put the link. You can reach me directly. I can help you through this crazy stuff that we call immigration. See you next Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and have a wonderful week.